Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you the Nine of Jades. In this deck, the Nine of Pentacles, describing your financial independence. Two very important threads for you, Sagittarius, on your journey. Independence is essential for you. Independence of thought, freedom of decision making, your willpower is how you express yourself creatively. The ability to leave, to go in any direction at any time is part of what describes you, what makes you who you are, and you value that. Having solvency as a part of that independence is something that you're learning. This is a new level of stability and security that may not have been as valuable to you in your past. This depends on where you are in your life journey naturally, but for many of you, you're understanding that real freedom requires responsibility, and that responsibility is to you. If you are free to choose your direction, then you have to be responsible for the outcomes of that, responsible for supporting that vision, supporting that decision, making it tangible, materializing it, manifesting it. So this is a beautiful beacon of a new state of solvency, uh, of power that has been in many ways a learned skill, a very difficult learned skill for you, but one that you're finding immensely rewarding. This is a general reading, Sagittarius, so it isn't going to resonate with all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information about that is in the description box below. Welcome to all of you. And for your present, we have the Nine again of Staffs. The nines indicate that you are completing a cycle, you're completing a growth. And the Nine of Staffs is sharing an idea that you have been working very, very hard at something that you're now understanding doesn't require the level of work that you have been imagining and investing in it. This is working yourself to the bone. This is putting your enthusiastic optimism and idealism, wearing it out, wearing yourself down, uh, jabbing at every opportunity, working at every detail without a real sustainable strategy. The strategy that you have used to date may have been trying a little of this and trying a little of that and trying a little of this and trying a little of that and doing phenomenally in each and every aspect of your effort without ever culminating that effort in any substantial way, so that you are continuing to do the same thing over and over again and not really getting the results that you would like. Instead, you're wearing out, you're beating yourself up, and you're frustrated, but you know that you're close. You know that your prosperity, turning that corner to the kind of abundance and pleasure in your work and your expression, is available to you. You can taste it. So you're now at the place where you're bridging these two energies, right? You're leveraging your resources so that you can feel truly abundant and stable without working, lunging indiscriminately at every single opportunity. In the past, the Strength card. This is confirming the phenomenal strength and inner power that has sustained you to date. This kind of strength, which rests on your greater spiritual understanding, this is what undergirds your optimism, your idealism. your belief in a greater unity, a greater purpose in the meaning of it all is what has sustained you through all of the myriad efforts you've made at being abundant, at being expressive, of contributing something deeply meaningful to others. And in that way, you have been the cheerleader of others. You have supported others to find their strength because you have found yours. You've always had yours. It's about now leveraging that strength in targeted ways so that you, in fact, can continue the work that you're doing. In fact, as you find your groove, as you strategize towards your goals, you're willing to work to even fight harder. But it is with greater pleasure, greater heart, and you don't need a destination. You don't need the material abundance to do the work, but that's when you find it. You're no longer chasing the money, but now the money begins to flow as you leverage your vast energy, your deep desire to love the world, to support all of those who are on this path of world unity, of love, of equity, of greater abundance. In the future, the Warrior of Cups is the way that you're moving out. So leveraging your phenomenal energy, your effort, your work ethic, your discipline, your sense of groundedness relies on this open-heartedness. You're phenomenally well known for being in the clouds, being on the next exciting adventure, moving towards the deeper profundities of the universe, seeking meaning in everything. And now that you've found meaning in your own life's effort, in the everyday, in the way that you do everything, every small thing, the power of that rests on this sense of openness and being enough. This sense that you are enough. You don't need to do another thing to be enough, to be right where you need to be. In fact, what you're achieving, looking to achieve, is greater joy and pleasure in the now, in the present, in whatever it is you're doing, just to extract that love, that joy for yourself now. This is a beautiful way of a beautiful kind of irony that you're experiencing, where you are no longer chasing the big goals, the deeper meaning, and yet you are receiving it by letting that go. If this reading is resonating for you, Sagittarius, please like this reading. Please share this with others if you're so moved, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, here on the Pacific Rim. Love to all of my fellow Pacific Rimmers in particular, who are reflecting so much love and so much wisdom back to me. Thank you. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And I do feel that this is something you are exploring within your own heart. You're not just externalizing this into the vast world that we Sagittarians, on the Sagittarius rising, love to experience at every level. The adventure just heartens us and gives us so much energy and optimism and joy. But that interior landscape is where you now are experiencing the greatest growth and consciousness within. And in the present, the Nine of Staffs is clarified by Three of Swords and The Four of Cups. Interesting. I do feel that you have experienced many heartbreaks, many rejections, and often your response has been to flee to the next adventure, to escape to the next mountain, to move on to a different path, to flee the environment where your heart has been broken or you feel you've been cast out. And you're more deeply evaluating what you've learned from those situations, and it hasn't been the exit. You're actually learning something about yourself and what your needs are in a way that you hadn't allowed yourself to explore in the past. You certainly took rejection at a face value. And that, in fact, is not what it's about at all. You can always go back in some way or another. You can always mend, and that mending happens within us. And you have, in fact, learned where your magic resides within your own heart. Magic just doesn't live in the world outside of us. So now when you have opportunities, when you receive invitations or offers, you really evaluate them for the match with who you are now. And that is different. You perhaps in hindsight would not have pursued many of the opportunities you did if you really had scrutinized those opportunities for the match with who you are. But now you realize that you can draw in the opportunities that you want, those that match you. And if an offer occurs that isn't a match, you can manifest something that is. So you're really learning that that magic is a part of your own creation, your own heart's desire, choosing things that support you. And you haven't been so discriminating in the past. You've gravitated to things that appeared to choose you, but in fact, you may have been looking for an escape from what you felt was an unwelcoming environment. I hope I'm making sense there. In the past, the Strength card is clarified by Temperance, and 2 cards, and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful. This is really echoing the same theme, finding love within, finding the greatest adventure within your own heart, within your own story. What a story you have to tell. All the time weathering the vicissitudes of fate, the storms, the tornadoes of fortune, of the world, of experience, of one challenge after another, grinding you down. That grinding you down actually has been your own alchemical process, refining you, removing those impulsive, instinctual impulses to grab onto what is shiny and sparkly. And instead, now you've learned that you can balance your external environment with your internal environment, but it starts from within. And that you're finding is where the real adventure is. That's where the love is. The love that you seek from others has to start within you, begins with you. In the future, the Warrior of Cups or the Knight of Cups is clarified with the Strength again, and the Ace of Wands. So, bingo, these are 2 beautiful aces appearing of love and of growth. This is really about the healing now, the ability to fight and work for that what you already have. You're understanding now how to manifest and express your resources, your love, your talent, your gifts. It doesn't require you to go anywhere. But the expression of that now gives you greater desire to work, to be disciplined, to be mindful, to be consistent, to be organized, to persevere, to work night and day in a way that is completely different and much more strategic now that you understand it is your story, your gifts that you are sharing with the world. Many of you may have explored the world. You know your interests, your field, your talents, the talents of others in your field thoroughly. You know all you need to know. It really is a question now of your persevering through the completion of your own expression, your own process, your own project. I'm going to finish up this reading with an oracle card. I think this is called the Abisa Oracle. I'm not sure. But what I have pulled is the Temptation card. And I'm going to let you look at these because, as those who know me, I love color, I love pattern. I really respond to the beautiful images on this card. I'm just in love with them. And the Temptation card reads, "Be mindful of temptations that may lead you astray. Evaluate your choices carefully and consider their long-term impact. Align your actions with your highest good and integrity, resisting the allure of short-term gratification." Enough said. Thank you, Sagittarius. Until next time, namaste.